I did a DNA test and found out my pastor was my dad. Should I convert to another religion? This is OKOP, home of the craziest stories on earth. I'm Sam and John. Should OP convert to another religion?
I mean, well, actually, maybe you want to stay because you're like, Dad,
Our Father?
thou art in my church and I know you who you are now.
Well, John, we got to figure out, but there's only one way to find out.
Spill that energy drink.
Because we are sleep deprived. And we're staying up for you guys.
Crack it.
I feel it coursing through my veins. Yeah! My husband and I took the Ancestry DNA test a year ago to find out our ethnicities for fun. First mistake. Our results were pretty anticlimactic. Mine came out 96% Korean and 4% Japanese. I thought it was a little weird that I had Japanese in me. I was expecting Chinese as my last name is Chinese from my dad's side. I didn't think much of it and moved on. A couple of weeks ago, a second cousin reached out to me through Ancestry. I didn't know who she was, but after talking some more, she revealed that her father was the brother of my mom's pastor.
Oh my.
I was shocked. My childhood memories started to flood in. In middle school, I caught my mom and the pastor embracing each other at church.
Oh.
I snuck away before they saw me. The pastor has been married for 40 years and has 2 children in their late 30s.
Dang, bro's getting it after 40 years.
My mom and dad have been married for 30 years with 3 kids. But maybe they left space for Jesus.
There we go. And the pastor.
I am the middle child. I never brought it up because I don't want to stir drama, especially church drama. Despite knowing my mom's affair, I didn't expect to be a product of it. How can my mom continue to go to that church every single day after committing such a horrible sin? Bless me, Father, because I'm about to sin again.
Pastor, I've done wrong. Let me get on my knees and pray for your forgiveness.
How can the pastor continue being a pastor after committing infidelity for years? It's called human being bad.
Yeah.
My husband has always joked that I looked exactly like my mom's pastor and he might be my real father. I know my siblings are my dad's real kids. They look just like him. I look back at my childhood photos and I look exactly like the pastor.
Oh.
It's also rough that the other siblings look like the dad and this guy looks like the pastor.
Oh, and my sleep deprived brain just connected the no percent Chinese. I get it now.
I mean, like if you had one parent that was half Chinese.
There's got to be something in there. The math ain't mathin'. The math is not
you're right.
mathin'.
I was expecting Chinese as my last name is Chinese from my dad's side. Oh, dude. Dude, he's going Super Saiyan. I confronted my mom and she denied it at first, saying that the DNA test is nonsense and to stop wasting my time with it. She later told me not to spread rumors of this nonsense as it will ruin her reputation at her job and church. I was hurt that she lied to me during our first discussion, and now she's only thinking about herself? I confessed to her that I knew about her and the pastor's affair long before I took the test. As her child, I deserve to know the truth.
That's true.
Okay, I'm going to take a little pause right here.
Yep.
There is a lot more to the story, but do you think OP deserves to know the truth?
You know,
Even if it might ruin the family?
red flag on the mom for sleeping with the pastor. Red flag. People might come for me in the comments, but it was not a cool, nice thing to do. That was a very meanie. It's all on if OP really wants to know, or if they're like, you know what, it's like not worth it.
You already know, so like what more are you going to know by knowing more?
You kind of like want them to pay for their sins.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
Like, hey,
Confess. Face the music. Eventually, she sort of admitted to it. That was all I wanted to know. She said my dad has no idea, but I don't believe anything she says anymore. We agreed that nothing will change and we will never discuss it again. She will take this to her grave and I will reveal this to my siblings once my parents pass. Damn. I will never speak to that pastor ever again.
Yeah.
I've read posts on here similar to my situation to find comfort and advice, but I still can't get rid of this uncomfortable feeling in my chest. My heart feels empty but heavy at the same time. It makes me sad that my siblings are just my half siblings, and I have 2 more half siblings that don't know about me. That is tough. So many thoughts are going in my head that I don't want to bore you about. I just wanted to let this out here because I can't tell anyone else. I don't want to cause any drama within the family in my mom's life. I love my mom and she already has been through so much. People have experienced something similar to me. Does that uncomfortable feeling ever go away? Is this something worth going back to therapy for? There is an edit and an update, but John, should OP go to therapy? 1. And 2, should OP tell the siblings now?
Therapy. Big green flag.
Big green
Definitely
flag.
go to therapy because it only helps and doesn't
dude.
hurt anybody.
You can't solve this alone.
Yeah, bro. You need some reinforcements,
Yeah,
okay?
bro.
We need to call in the big boys for this one.
Yeah. And we are just the medium boys.
Yeah, we are small. We are schmedium boys.
We are
at
shrimp
best.
boys.
At best.
Schmedium. I would love to know what you guys think. Put your answers in the comments. Do you tell or do you not tell? But you know what? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you about this update. So I just want to thank you all for your kind words and advice, especially those who have shared their own personal story. I didn't expect this to gain the traction that it did, but I've read every single comment. It's hard to respond to every comment, but I appreciate you for taking the time to share your thoughts. I'm sorry to disappoint some of you, but I will not tell my dad. Listen to the John advice. Oh, why? Do you ask?
Why? I do ask.
I just want to live a normal life as much as possible, and I hope you can respect my decision. I know my dad, and telling him will not make anything better based on his history of depression. Yikes. Don't get me wrong. I wish I could just barge into the church and expose everything, but I know no good will come with it. I will go to therapy, green flag, and once I'm ready, I will speak with the pastor only for the purpose to find out about health history. Thank you again. And there are some relevant comments. John, do you want me to go straight into it, or do you have anything to say for yourself?
I do have something to say for myself. So
Say
OP actually is planning on going to the pastor.
It is planning, but only
Because
for
of
health
health
reasons.
reasons.
Yeah, it's like, yo, do I got any history of cheating in my past? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty, which is good. Like,
Yeah.
do it. You, by God, you deserve it. This pastor literally like pretended like you aren't his kid.
yeah,
Like, come on.
honestly, this pastor is like an old a past turd.
Pass turd.
Anyway, here's some relevant comments. La Mamayan says, peace/acceptance usually comes with resolution. She barely told you the truth and swore you to secrecy. She took no responsibility for her actions and how they affect you. You have no resolution. Are you and your mother the only ones who know? Do others know, but are also keeping the secret, thinking they are the only ones to know? What is the other half of your biological family like? What would your life be like if you reached out? What would your life have been like if the adults in charge had made better choices? Instead of resolution, you are left with a mountain of questions and the ick feeling of now being included and expected to participate in the years of lies.
Well, thanks for making me feel way
Yeah.
more terrible. God dang.
OP says, my goodness. I didn't think of it that way. I don't know if it's good to think of it that way.
It's not.
And it makes total sense. Thank you for your insight. It really helps unravel what I'm feeling. No one knows but my husband. My husband tries to reassure me if this affair didn't happen, I wouldn't be born and he wouldn't have met me. But that does not make me feel any better. Whoa.
That's good.
Babe, I'm glad that affair happened because this affair baby is a baby that I'd like to marry.
Oh, yeah.
I do know for sure that if I were to reveal this, it would cause chaos. I grew up with the pastor's children and they would not accept me. I have to accept that keeping this a secret is the best choice for me. And then my mom responds, I would bet you the pastor knows, especially since you say there is a strong familial resemblance. And if they are so careless that you walked in on them as a child, I wouldn't be surprised if others had done the same as you. Walk in and quickly walk out again, denying what they saw. But the most important thing is doing what you think is best for you and your life moving forward. As long as you make the choice for yourself, it should hopefully be less of a burden to manage. And OP responds, the cousin found out about her father recently. She's not close with him at all. She said she'll respect my wishes and keep this a secret. My mom was also shocked when I told her the pastor's brother had a daughter. I don't know my cousin's story. We plan to meet someday once I'm ready. So it seems like there's a whole side quest cheating story in the woozy and the wazzy and the upstairs clouds. But
Yep.
John, everyone watching, commenters, tippy tap your fingers, those cute little delicate fingers right away. But I want to know, do you think OP made the right choice in staying firm?
I feel this is kind of what I was like wondering in the beginning. Like, would it be worth it? Like, what would OP? Because ultimately, OP is the one who deserves something to gain. What would OP gain other than like
A new set of family members,
I mean,
not having to live with a lie,
sure, but then I don't got to deal with all that other BS.
being able to talk to a real dad, being closer to God.
I don't want to be closer to that guy. Hold on. Pause. Yeah. No, I honestly think it was a smart decision to not go through and like blow everything up because again, what's in it for OP? I don't know that the juice is worth the squeeze.
I just told you.
What
are you listening?
What's actually good that you gain? Okay,
I just told you.
I know I heard you. God damn it!
But let me tell you the real reason.
Yeah. Here's the real question here: why is Sam the a-hole? Oh man!
But I want you to blast my a-hole with this next story, John.
Spread your cheeks because we're getting into it. I took a DNA test and it turns out my sister is my mom. Is this even possible?
Yes, but she's probably your mom and raised as your sister.
Impossible.
Oh, teen pregnancy all the way for sure, right?
Impossible.
No, it's possible.
It's not possible.
Well, let's find out, John.
Sister, mother? All right. Well, there's one way to do that. Spill that tea. And this one comes from Pitch Pipe. So we start off with a literal DNA test. And the test stated that OP and her sister are actually OP and her mom. The sister is the mom.
The sister is the mom. Sister
literally
mom.
100%. 100%.
Dang, dude.
Not a shadow of a doubt. My sister and I finally had a chance to talk on the phone last night. The first thing she asked me was if I had seen my matches. It was very emotional.
Oh, geez.
She told me everything. My father was her high school boyfriend, but he broke up with her when he found out she was pregnant.
Not a stand-up dude.
That is bad.
That is bad.
Now I'm really nervous about pursuing the 1700 centimeter match. The
What does that
1700, if you're curious on what that is, what the real thing here is, the 1700 centimeter match is his older brother, AKA my newfound uncle. I'm afraid that my father's side of the family will reject me. However, it is possible that my father has matured over the years because he literally abandoned her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People grow up like from high school.
Sometimes.
I hope the guy that like, there's this guy in the water polo team that used to feed rice to seagulls to watch their stomachs explode. Like, I hope he's matured since then.
Bro, that's crazy.
He did it in high school, you know? He did dumb in high school.
It's true. It's true.
Kill a bunch of seagulls.
We didn't do that dumb stuff. My sister said our parents offered to raise me so she could have a normal life with a condition that she keeps it a secret. They even threatened not to pay for her college if she raised me. This made me look at my parents in a whole new light. As most of you said, she took the test with me as a loophole since she knows I'm into genealogy. So basically the loophole is she didn't tell her. She took the test. So now OP can go to her parents or grandparents actually, and be like, look, I found out.
Yeah. And it wasn't the mom that actually said anything.
We are still unsure what to call each other. I've known her as my sister my entire life.
Oh, it's easy. It's sister mom.
Sister mom. Simple. Also, growing up, we were not that close. She was in school for basically half of my life trying to become a successful anesthesiologist. Anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
Trying to become a successful
Wait, but John, the real way to say it is anesthesiologist.
Dude, you're right. That is the right way to say it. We're going to keep reading. We didn't really even have a relationship until I went to college. While I'm proud of her accomplishments, I did complain about the struggles of living in her shadow as a queer college dropout. She apologized for not always being there for me when I was younger. She said it was hard being around me knowing that I was her son, and she didn't have the means to raise me. I'm sure with time, we will build a better relationship. Her husband, my brother-in-law, was in the loop about me being her son. So wow, so her husband did know, which makes sense. I mean, you would probably tell your spouse that, right? Yeah, your deepest, darkest secrets.
Deepest, darkest secrets.
She actually told him while they were still dating. However, my niece and nephew still don't know. I guess actually my half-sister and half-brother, which also kind of stings a little bit because like they got to be her actual children, but OP didn't. Not. Kind of sucks. It is what it is. But it's just unfortunate. My sister did not feel like it would be appropriate since they are only 8 and 5 years old.
Appropriate to do what?
To tell them the truth.
The truth? Just say, yo, this is your brother. And they'll be like, yeah, I got a brother.
Yeah.
Oh, why is that bad?
See, mommy is my sister, mommy. Okay.
You don't even, yeah.
Easy.
Bro.
Done.
Bro.
Finito.
Hire us to be your therapist right now. Dude, we give such good advice.
We're so good we could retire.
This is as dressed up as I get.
Got him.
Got me.
We will definitely tell them in the future, though. For the time being, our parents do not know that I know. I'm not sure when we will tell them. I'm still uncomfortable calling them grandma and grandpa. Increasingly, my sister mother spilled that our maternal grandfather, aka my great-grandfather, was also adopted by his grandparents after his eldest sister had him at 15 years old.
So it runs in the family.
Runs in the family. He was the youngest of 8. I did not know any of this. I guess history is destined to repeat itself. I appreciate those who took the time to read my update. I know a lot of you were asking for one. Some people even DM'd me for an update, lol. However, it was nice to be able to write down all my feelings and thoughts about the situation. I am a little shaky writing this. I don't know how long it will take for my life to go back to normal.
I mean, I don't think your life doesn't go back to normal.
I don't think it does.
You now know a secret that fundamentally changes how you view the closest people in your life.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably going to take a long time to get, like you said, like, oh, I'm not used to calling them grandma and grandpa. Yeah. You're still calling your mom your sister. It doesn't go back to normal, but I think it can change and you can adapt. Totally. You know? I think with time, it'll definitely become a lot easier. The real question, though.
God damn it. What's the real question, John?
Should she?
You don't even have a real question.
No, I do.
Where's your question?
Should she eventually tell the grandparents that she knows? Because they were the ones that made the ultimatum. And
the sister mom?
No, like if she told the grandparents. If OP told the grandparents, because that was their ultimatum with sister mom. Like, hey.
Well, I mean, does sister mom have any like repercussions for doing that? Because she's not in school anymore, right? So it's would her
she doesn't, but
maybe her inheritance would be at play. I think if you just you just say, hey, I did a DNA test with my sister and I found out she's my mom. I mean, well, you can't blame her for that.
You can't, but I
guess sister mom could have said, no, I don't feel comfortable giving you my DNA.
Yeah, because what the grandparents can say is, oh, well, you gave her the DNA knowing the results that OP would find.
But I think it has to come out at some point. Like, it's either you wait for the grandparents to die or you
Hell yeah. I love that option.
Or kill them right then and there.
Yeah, let's speed it up.
Speed up the process, dude. So what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Put your answers in the comments below. I would love to hear, do you think OP should tell the grandparents, yes or no? Why or why not? But I think, like, why not just tell you another story, John?
Let's do it.
DNA test exposed my family's dark secret. How do I process this? This is OKOP, where we process your. How do you process?
You don't.
All right, let's get to the story. There's only one way to find out. Spill that tea. So this comes from user, your mom's pancake nips. And they say, I did it a while ago and saw lots of first cousins on there who I didn't recognize. But like, I don't care about that stuff. I just wanted to see where I'm from. So I never reached out. I guess my cousin did recently and saw this same thing and started asking questions to the old folks in my family who are like, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark,
question mark, question mark.
And now everyone started going crazy, like trying to find out who the liar was. We're Italian and my family is absolutely massive. So everybody was pointing fingers and it started a lot of drama. Turns out my one uncle got tons of girls pregnant in high school at parties.
Oh my God.
And never knew about it because he was a drug guy for a while and just totally oblivious. What? Tons of girls?
What the hell is going on right now?
He said he had no idea who these kids' moms were and had no recollection of what parties they were even talking about. Lol. So my grandma's pissed. She's a 90-year-old Puerto Rican Italian lady, and they planned a reunion. And she keeps saying in her thick accent.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. What's her Puerto Rican accent? Go ahead. Since you love doing accents so much while you read the whole story, why don't you just do a stereotypical Puerto Rican accent right now? Read it. I have enough family.
Yes. I'm like frozen. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to do it in Italian voice.
There we go.
I have enough family and I'm tired of seeing it every day. I don't need more. Fangool. This is Fangool. She's a cranky woman. It also came out that my great aunt or great aunt, I don't know, was secretly sleeping with her husband's brother for 30 years. She had 4 kids, and when their father died, they were all so sad, and now we found out that their dad was really their uncle.
Uncle Dad is back.
Uncle Dad! Uncle Dad. Now I have like 50 more cousins on top of the 50,000 I already have. And everyone in my family is super pissed at each other. But my mom and I are just sitting here laughing because it's just so ridiculous, like a telenovela. And all these new cousins are so excited to meet us, and they don't even realize the shit show they are getting themselves into.
Bro, there's about to be an army of these half Puerto Rican, half Italian people just absolutely murdering each other.
Dude, I love Puerto Rico, man. Puerto Rico's great.
Shout out to Puerto Rico
Shout
one
out to
time.
Puerto Rico.
What's the real question here? What's the real question?
The real question is, how do you ethically do a Puerto Rican accent?
Si, senor.
Instead of saying puerta, we say puerta.
Puerta.
Que tengo hambre.
Que tengo hambre.
We did it.
Bro, okay, there we go.
We're officially Puerto Rican. Congratulations, everyone. I did a DNA test and found out that my neighbor is my wife's aunt. Should I tell them?
I mean, why not? Like, then you can make your neighborhood more like a family.
What if the aunt is like hiding? What if she knows?
What if she knows and she's been following the wife the whole time?
Wouldn't
and
you
she's
know
been like,
if you live
getting
next to your aunt? Wouldn't you know that?
Would I know? I mean, I live close to my aunt. My aunt Baba, she's pretty sick, dude.
But if we moved in here, and then your aunt came out and you're like, oh, hey, that's my aunt, you would know, right?
Well, I know all my aunts.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So they don't know each other. So it's a plot twist.
But if I know it's my aunt, then it's not a plot twist.
No! But that's why it is a plot twist, because Opie doesn't know. Opie's wife doesn't know.
But if they don't know, then they don't know. And then.
But now they're about to find out, and there could be some.
Spill that tea.
There's only one way to find out.
Spill that tea.
So Independent Grape 586 tells us, I stumbled across this subreddit the other day, and I thought you folks would get a kick out of this.
Let's kick it.
It's going to be a long one, but bear with me. A few years ago, my wife surprised me with an Ancestry DNA kit for Christmas.
Worst gift you could have ever gotten them.
Bro, unless we get sponsored, then it's the best Christmas gift you could get.
I had talked a lot about wanting to see where my heritage came from, as I'm a standard American mutt. Same.
No, you got Australian in you, buddy.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. You're a Australian American mutt. I got my results back in early February. I was immediately hit with a shocker. It showed a half sister. Okay. I immediately messaged her. I honestly thought I was going to tell this poor lost soul who her real father was. My parents had a game they like to play
Called cheating.
It's what's called I'm going to cheat more than you.
Oh, wow. I was right.
My boy wasn't wrong. That was the real quote. She responded a few hours later, and long story short, the man who raised me was not my dad. Dang. That is tough.
So who's your daddy?
Well, this explained why no known names from my dad's side of the family showed up in my results. The normal family drama you might expect happens. And the TLDR on this is my parents were already divorced. My dad was not raised by his biological father, and we came to terms pretty quickly. He's my dad, end of story.
That's good.
I managed to meet up with my sister and her amazing family. We spent a week getting to know each other and our respective families, and in general, it was a wonderful experience.
That's awesome when it turns out good like that.
Right?
Yeah. Your parents have to be divorced first.
Exactly. Yeah. Just bomb the marriage 20 years earlier, then
Yeah.
it's smooth sailing for the rest. She filled me in on another half brother and half sister living in Germany, but they haven't responded to my requests to connect. My bio dad thought I was a scam artist, which, in fairness,
I mean, if I got a text saying you're my real dad, I would block that
I'm
person.
like, huh? I have not met my dad, my real dad, biological dad, nor do I really care to. But you're wondering how this is a wild ride, and I'm getting to that. My wife was low-key jealous. She was raised by her mother's foster family. She had met her dad once, and that was pretty craptacular. And he had been adopted, and the family had distanced from him over the years for good reasons. She even found a half-brother, but they did not get along. So she was curious about any other family she might have. So we bought another kit.
Oh, geez.
We're running
really
it back.
untangling this.
The results came back, and she didn't have many matches, but there was one shining armor, one shining lone star. And the shared DNA showed that she was pretty closely related. So my wife messaged her a day or so later, and she hadn't had a response, so she started doing some digging with this woman's name. She was looking at a Facebook profile that seemed to fit the bill. Her hometown was the area that my wife grew up in. Digging deeper into a fairly private Facebook profile, we found that she had checked in at our local golf course. Whoa. We getting close. That was weird. We are 600 miles from where my wife grew up in a county with less than 60,000 people in it. So we looked at every single photo on the woman's profile. No face pics to check resemblance, but I found a clue that would lead us to an answer for all of our questions in about 5 minutes. It was a picture of a UTV. It was a picture of a UTV, a four-wheeler, an ATV, tagged our new toy, and that was taken with the machine on the street, and a street sign was visible in the background. Ooh. Dang. Now that street on the street sign was a street in our very own neighborhood.
Dang. Okay, so they're centralizing on a location.
A 45-second drive from our home to theirs would end up resulting in my wife finding her dad's sister, her aunt, a great woman with an amazing husband that are now part of our family.
Wow.
We are absolutely beside ourselves at our own luck. Ancestry DNA gave me 2 sisters, brother, a brother-in-law, and nieces and nephews. This was fantastic, and I'm grateful as hell.
Aw, so it ended good. Yeah.
But Ancestry DNA turned one of my neighbors into my wife's aunt. I mean, what are the odds? Now I'm low-key jealous because her story is way cooler than mine. I'm keeping things fairly anonymous, but if anyone has any questions, I will respond as best as I can. And there is a quick relevant comment to close us out from Denny Locks. Have you learned why your wife's aunt moved to your area? Yes, her and her husband moved out here for a work assignment. Just random dumb luck. They've since moved, which was sad, but we keep in touch. Wanted to add, I'm not from this town either. I met my wife in my hometown, 500 miles south and about 800 miles from where she grew up. We moved here quite a long while ago. Her aunt had only been here for about 18 months. Sheesh. If that is not a story of the craziest odds humanly possible. I mean,
that is. I think that's exactly what that story is.
I also love how it was like, oh, I found my real dad, but
that's nothing. I found out my neighbor was related to me. But if you think about it, all of your neighbors are related to you if you look back far enough.
Whoa. Brothers
from other mothers.
Cousins from someone else bussin'? A nut.
We've been reading all these DNA test stories, but I actually have a DNA test story from our OKOP call line. If you want to call us, call 440-508-6567. But Riley, roll the title.
I want to know my birth father, but he doesn't seem to want to put forth any effort.
Ooh. That's tough.
Yeah, I mean we've seen these stories.
We've seen
it.
I feel like a lot of people are like who have a kid that they don't know about or give up, like, are just like putting that in the past and just not trying.
Just absolutely closing the gate. But tragically.
Let's hear what OP has to say. So a couple of years ago, I got to confirm through Ancestry, let's call him Jim Beam, that Jim Beam is my birth father. But no matter how many times I reach out to him, he never responds. I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that he has like a whole other ass family and doesn't want to risk ruining that. But I feel like I deserve to know my birth father, especially if it's like a medical thing, like where it comes up and I need a DNA match or like an organ transplant or something, you know. I feel very unwanted. This show is called OKOP and I'm definitely not okay. I'm very shy and I have a movie star crush on John. Please don't call me. All right, so we're going to call her.
Hello?
Hey, this is Sam from the OKOP show.
Yeah, get the out of here.
This call is now being recorded.
John is also here.
Hello, how's it going?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Awesome. Oh, what was your name?
Brittany.
Nice to meet you. We were just listening to your voicemail. And we wanted to ask you like how you were reaching out to your birth father.
So anyway, I could find really. There's that Facebook Messenger thing. I couldn't find him anywhere else. And I've been sending him messages on Messenger for years, but
nothing.
No matter how much time goes by, that, that little gray circle on the bottom where it has a check mark,
Yeah.
it never fills in and the bubble never drops down.
So he's like never even looked
not,
at it.
Yeah, not even like receiving the messages, basically.
Yeah. Why do you think it's important to you?
Like health reasons.
Yeah.
Like if I need like something that requires a specific DNA and he has that thing I need, I think that's very important to me.
Yeah.
I'd also like to get the other side of the story from him as to what exactly went down when I was conceived,
Do you know anything from your birth mother?
Not much except for he was let's just say he was a real character.
What does that mean?
Meaning he's kind of a butthole.
Got it. Hey, we've heard a few of those on the show. So
we have a lot of buttholes that make their way onto KOB.
Yeah.
How is he a butthole?
Let's just say, at the time I was conceived, he basically knew there was a chance he was my father. Because back then, there was like a number of people that could have been my biological mother. Sort of got around town at 15 years old, if you know what I mean.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
So there was a bunch of people that could have been your father, but you found out that this guy was.
Through the old friend Ancestry DNA.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't we know our old pal?
Our old pal. Never causing any problems here.
Yeah.
So you found out through Ancestry. And how long have you been trying to contact him?
10 years.
10 years.
Wow.
Wow. Can you get any of the medical information from your mom that you need, or you think you can only come for the father?
I'd have to reach out to my biological mother. I'm not living with my biological family. I am adopted.
What would your advice be for someone in a similar situation on like how to navigate that?
And also, do you think like the ancestry test was something that you wish you had done? Like you still are you happy that you have this knowledge?
Oh, heck yeah, I'm happy about it.
That's good.
I mean, before my ancestry test, I went from thinking I was just 100% straight up white to finding out I was also Native American.
John's
how cool
Native
is that?
American too. John's 6% Native American. How what percentage are you?
Probably like 10.
10.
Nice.
You guys could be related.
Could be.
To be honest, are we all related to some degree?
Yes,
we
are.
did literally just say that right before we called you.
Yeah. Do you have any advice before we wrap up? Do you have any advice for people who are looking to get an ancestry test and unsure of whether or not to do it?
I'd say only do it if you're 100% certain. Don't rush things, because I've heard a bunch of different other DNA stories where it makes things a whole lot more difficult. It's like a can of worms that should not have been opened.
Yeah.
That should have been left buried inside the nuclear power plant.
And you do not want to press that button.
Yeah. Well, Brittany, I appreciate your advice. I appreciate your call. John appreciates it too.
Mm-hmm. I sure do.
And thanks for calling in.
Yep, and to the viewers watching this, please like and subscribe. These two dudes are awesome.
Let's go. Thank you, Brittany.
We love you.
Appreciate you.
We'll talk to you soon. Thanks again.
Peace out.
Well, there you have it.
Wow.
Straight from the source.
Straight from the source.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Let's hit it. Let's do another one.
Would I be the asshole if I did 23andMe?
Yes.
Chances are yes. Chances are.
It is a can of worms. Are you ready for the worms?
Hit the nuclear button, baby. The nuclear worms.
Brittany knows. Brittany knows.
So the caller says, I guess this starts when I was born. My dad left. No big deal, whatever. I have no contact with him. He doesn't claim me as his child. He had some more kids. Whatever. When I was 12, we decided to go for child support. Then he claims that I'm not his kid and told his whole family that I am not his child. But we had a DNA test done.
Yeah, and probably found out he's a big fat liar.
Yep. Now he pays child support. Woo. He's my father, but continues to tell his family that I am not his kid.
How about the DNA test?
Come on, we literally have the facts. I reached out to my older sister and was just like trying to find a connection, and she told me that I'm not his kid. presumably from the father's lies.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'm just wondering, would I be the a-hole if I did do the 23andMe knowing that something might pop up? I know that I'm his kid though. So I don't know if it would just cause some trouble in the water. Maybe I don't know if I would really feel bad, like I ruined his family, but I'm not sure what to do. So would I be the a-hole if I did it?
Well, he's already paying child support, so they've legally proved that OP is the kid, right?
I think that's the real question that we need to understand, right?
All right, I think we got a call.
All right, let's
We're
ring
calling
them
you.
up.
Hello.
Hey, this is John and Sam from OKOP Show. How you doing?
Hello.
So we just got your submission and just read your story. It seems like you said that the dad is now paying child support, but you're still wanting to get a DNA test done. Is there
it, like, hasn't it already legally been proved that he's your father?
Yeah. So when I was like 12, like 10 years ago now, we went through the courts and we got a paternity test done and it came back positive. He's just telling his family, my half siblings in a different state, that I'm not his kid.
So are you trying to get another DNA test so you can basically be like, I'm going to email this over you to you so you
I'm
really
going to CC
know.
everybody.
Yeah, CC the whole family.
Wait, I see you guys always do stories about the like ancestries and the 23andMe's.
Yeah.
And like I'm in such a chill place in my life right now. I don't really have a lot going on. So I just kind of like want to stir the pot and be like, yeah, no, I'm real. You know?
Yeah.
What do you think would happen
Yeah,
if
what's
you
the
did that and
fallout?
emailed it and CC'd all of your family members?
It's the crazy part because, okay, so I don't know. I look sometimes. Don't judge me. I look sometimes. So my older sister has a baby. I'm always like, what if I'm like, she's the one that told me that my dad says I'm not the kid. Because I reached out to her. She has a baby now. So I've always thought about maybe like just being like, oh, well, surprise. But I don't know. I'm too scared. I don't know what would happen. That's why I haven't done it yet because I'm like way too scared.
So wait, question. Are you trying to just get a DNA test for yourself to send? Or are you trying to DNA test your
baby.
sister's child, the baby?
No, just me.
Okay.
I don't have anything to do with the baby.
Okay.
No, I just think she would like actually like think about what she said to me because I was probably like 13 or 14 when I reached out to her.
Yeah.
She was so mean to me. She's
Yeah.
like, your mom's lying to you. She's a whole.
Wow.
I think you take the DNA test and send it to the sister.
I think I'm kind of on board because
Have it.
you have it already.
I have it. I've had it. I bought the 23andMe, that one specifically, because, you know, if anyone in my family, like my dad's side does it,
Yeah.
then it'll like connect us.
Oh.
So I have it. I've just been too afraid to do it. Oh my God, do you want to know the real tea?
Yes.
Yes,
Spill
of
it.
course.
Spill
Spill
it,
that
sis.
tea.
So my mom, before we got any of the DNA tests or anything, she would tell me about my dad. And she told me that he wanted to name me Peyton after Peyton Manning because he's a football guy. He was like, it doesn't matter the gender. It's going to be named Peyton. Oh, he ran away. Oh, my God, guys. He has a kid named Peyton.
He really liked that name. But I think overall, I think you should do the ancestry test, send it to the sister, and then maybe, and I think because I think it'll make her a little nicer and maybe reflect on the poor way she treated you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my other thought is they actively choose to live in Texas, so they're probably not great people. No hate to people in Texas. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, sorry.
Well, hopefully, I mean, you can only hope they respond better than they have in the past.
No, I guess I'm going to do it because you guys called me. I'm appreciative.
We're going to do it.
We're gonna do it! So wait,
Amazing.
can you please call us back once you've done it and leave another voicemail and then we can do an update?
Yes, that would be so fun.
Hey, there we go. Thank you so much for coming on. We're very much looking forward to those updates.
I will call you back. It'll be soon. Bet.
Awesome.
Okay. Talk
Perfect.
soon.
You have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for chatting with us.
Okay, bye, guys. Love you.
See ya.
Bye. I like that she's gonna do it.
She's gonna do it.
I feel
And
like the
she's
half sister needs to know.
she was a man, and
She was
like
a dick.
She didn't.
Need some comeuppance.
To a child.
To a child,
man.
dude.
Come
To
on.
a child.
Come on. We're done.
But this has been the DNA test episode.
That's right.
We love our call line calls. So if you want to call us and leave a story, call us at 440-508-6567. Thanks for coming on this wild ride with us, y'all.
That's right. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
and see you tomorrow.